afternoon, and once again welcome to a Centurions on Video production, coming to you live from the Coliseum at Hilton Park on this Friday the 14th of April, Good Friday 2006, where in the LHF Health Plan National League One, Leigh Centurions entertain their near neighbours, Widnes Vikings. Centurions now take the field. The line-up is at 1 Scott Briggs, 2 Dean Gaskell, 3 Danny Halliwell, 4 Adam Hughes, 5 Lee Greenwood, 6 their skipper Julian O'Neill, 7 Aaron Harry Meyer, 8 Ricky Bybee, 9 Paul Rowley, 10 Warren Stevens, 11 James Taylor, 12 Terry Glassy and 13 Thomas Grundy. On the bench for the Centurions at 14 Gary Sykes, 15 Chris Hill, 16 Dana Wilson and 17 Richard Moore. The visitors line up at 1 Daryl Cardis, 2 John Kirkpatrick, 3 Gavin Dodd, 4 Mick Nannin, 5 Lucas Onyango, 6 Lee Marsh, 7 James Coyle, 8 their skipper Terry O'Connor, 9 Bob Beswick, 10 Barry McDermott, 11 Mick Cassidy, 12 David Allen and 13 Mark Smith. On the bench for the Vikings are 14 Aaron Summers, 15 Danny Heaton, 16 Jamie Durbin and 17 Damien Reid. Our match official, Mr. Peter Taberner. Mick Nannin gets proceedings underway. These two sides, of course, have met on 2 occasions in the National Rail Cup competition this season, Leigh winning on both occasions. But this is the big one. The National League One between the 2 core favourites for promotion back to Super League next season. So it's Warren Stevens driving it up for the Centurions. O'Neill now moves it out to Bybee, tries to step inside, takes a 3-man tattle midway between halfway and the Leigh quarter line. Rowley scoots away from acting halfback, looks to take them on, takes a good 10 metres, good scoot from Rowley, but Leigh now on the last tattle. Back to Harry Meyer for the kick. Harry Meyer pumps it upfield. Onyango chases back, picks it up inside his own quarter. Great tackle by James Taylor. Nannin hands it on to fullback Cardis. And the Vikings with their first possession of the match. They're just outside their own quarter. Good Leigh defence. Beswick now behind the play the ball. Misses out McDermott, finds O'Connor. 3 Leigh tattlers in on that stop. Beswick once more. Kick, well, it was a dummy. And a run, a bit of a run from Coyle. Now it's the last tattle. Beswick puts boot to ball. Gets it back, kicks again. Scott Briggs gets it this time. Falls to the first tattle just outside his own quarter. So Leigh now looking to try and make their way up centre field. Tommy Grundy makes no yardage. Taylor now drives it up, runs into a tattle from Allen. Rowley hands it on to Stevens. Good surge from Stevens. Just over 2 minutes gone at the Coliseum. Still waiting for our first points of the afternoon. Harry Meyer. Again, good defence by the Vikings. Leigh on the last tattle. O'Neill launches it across field. Bounces badly for Cardis and Kirkpatrick. Kirkpatrick recovers it in the end. The Leigh tattlers are there. James Taylor, he doesn't miss many, but he crawls well off the advantage mark where he was tattled and gets away with it. Cardis, has he had the ball stolen? Referee says no. This time it's Grundy making the tattle. Rowley took a bit of a knock a while ago. Looks to have recovered though. Driven in now by O'Connor. Scrubbed to the floor by Glassy. Beswick launches McDermott. Dermott takes it over halfway. Stevens, Grundy and Rowley have him. Well, knocked on at the play of the ball. Well, the first scrum of the afternoon. We head and feed to the Centurions. 3.5 minutes gone. Griggs to feed the scrum. Ten metres inside the leigh half of the field. O'Neill now takes them on. High tackle from Marsh. Penalty to the Centurions. And really out of the blocks quickly on that occasion, the Vikings. Stop their former favourite, Julian O'Neill. So Rowley now finds O'Neill to Stevens. Stevens runs into Allen's tackle. Still makes progress though. He now 35 metres out. Jeremiah now. Short ball, fine inside pass. Nowhere for use to go in the end though. Biber gets it back to Jeremiah. Now with Stevens. Stevens hands off Cassidy. Well, that's interference, but nothing said. O'Neill now. Inside ball. Grundy. Grundy gets it away to Griggs. Griggs. Stopped at the deck by Cassidy. Leigh 5 metres out. Rolling out. Finds Jeremiah. Jeremiah gets it back. 6 more tackles, says the match official. Leigh will settle for that. Griggs now. Griggs looks to take them on again. Stopped 8 metres short. O'Neill now to Grundy. Tried to crash his way through, but Leigh penalised for crossing. James Taylor, the guilty man. Relief for the Vikings. Ball roller looks bemused. Roller kicked the ball away. Match official Peter Taberner will have words with him. Mr. Taberner laying down his authority as he should. Marsh with the relieving kick for touch for the Vikings. Finds touch on the 40-metre mark. Pesic with the tap. First man in is O'Connor. Runs into Grundy. Good tackle by Leigh loose forward. Pesic now to McDermott. McDermott's all wrapped up again. Couldn't offload in the tackle. Plays it quickly. Pesic. Good solid defence again by the Centurions. Taylor. And Leigh penalised for lying on. Penalty number 2 for the Vikings. O'Connor wants points on the board. That's Leigh Marsh to go for goal. Oh, in fact, it'll be McNannon, of course, who takes the kicks. McNannon, who was 4 from 4 last week when the Vikings defeated York City Knights. First chance for points for either team. Just coming up to 7 minutes on the watch. McNannon 31, 32 metres out maybe, almost banging front. First attempt of the afternoon. Manning takes his time with the kick. Makes no mistake in the end. 7.5 minutes on the watch. McNannon with the first points of the afternoon. The Centurions trail at the Coliseum. In this LHF Helpland National League One fixture, it's now a scoreline at the Coliseum of Centurions 0, Vikings 2. So it'll be Julian O'Neill with the restart. Good distance by O'Neill. Safely taken by Cardis. Hands it on to O'Connor. O'Connor gets over the quarter line before the 3 Leigh tattlers get him to ground. Looks suspiciously like a forward, but nothing said by the match officials. So Widnes on their own 30. Pesic Moves it on to McDermott. Again, great defence, low down by Taylor. Copybook stuff. Marsh now. Looks to take them on. Grundy doesn't fall for any dummies. Cassidy. Coyle inside to McDermott. He just makes it over halfway, and the tattler once more is Taylor on the last one now. A high one comes in from Coyle. Safely taken. Under pressure. Leigh back in possession on their own quarter now. So Gaskell looking for space now. Still going. Tackled in the end by Marsh. Taylor drives it forward now. Into three more tattlers once more. Leigh up to the 30 now. Bybee. Suicide ball, but Leigh keep the possession. Rolling out to Bybee. Bybee tries to straighten the movement up. On the last tattle, they have not made it to halfway. O'Neill puts boot to ball. Bunyongo will chase that bike. Picks it up almost on his own try line. Brought to ground by Halliwell. Halliwell makes the tackle on Nannon as well. Cardis now. Good defence by Stevens. Beswick to O'Connor. O'Connor drives it forward, runs into Glassett. Beswick down the short side. Kick comes in from Coyle. Gaskell forced to play it. Not the best of passes to Griggs. I don't think he will thank him for that. He's forced touching goal, and Leigh will be forced to drop out from under their own post. Not the best of passes from Dean Gaskell on that occasion. Scott Griggs quickly under pressure. Widnes responded quite well. Almost knocked Scott Griggs into the goal post. Leigh forced to drop out with Julian O'Neill. Safely taken on halfway. Now O'Connor again. And again, three Leigh tattlers stopping, but Vikings in good field position here, 25 metres out. McDermott now. Can't get past Grundy though. Rolling on the stop as well. Beswick behind the play of the ball. Coyle picks it up. For an interception. And there's a break on. That's Greenwood got the legs of the fullback. Leigh Greenwood out. Not going to catch Leigh Greenwood. That's clear. Leigh are in for the first try of the afternoon. Come from 12 minutes. Leigh Greenwood is the try scorer. Just like he did at Widnes. A long effort. Brilliantly finished off by Leigh Greenwood. The Centurions hit the front. They lead the Vikings by 4 points to 2 with the conversion to follow. They've been playing for 12 minutes at the Coliseum in this LHL Healthman National League One fixture. Greenwood showed his paces once more. Must have been a 70-yard effort. Cardis tried to scramble back, but Greenwood just had enough pace on the outside, and once in the clear there was no catching him. So Julian O'Neill now with the conversion attempt. That's what the home supporters have come to see. So Julian O'Neill lines up the kick. First attempt of the afternoon. Successful. Home supporters very happy at the Coliseum. Their side, the Leigh Centurions now lead the Widnes Vikings by 6 points to 2. So we've been playing for 13.5 minutes. It's McNanny now to restart back on halfway. Towering kick from O'Neill. Meyer takes that well inside his own goal area. And now Leigh in possession. 10 metres from their own line. Grundy looks to try and make some yardage. Gets to the quarter line. Rolling out to Stevens. Good defence again by the Vikings. It's a great offload to Griggs. Nannin makes the tackle. A swinging arm from McDermott. Oh dear, that was disastrous, that. Halliwell forced back inside. Hangs onto the football on the last tackle. Long ball finds Bibe, who puts boot to ball. Patrick takes it, but Glassy and Grundy and Hughes are quickly onto him. And Widnes are all at 6s and 7s, and there's a knock on by David Allen. And really, Widnes are all at 6s and 7s at the moment. So Leigh will have head and feed 35 metres out. Griggs to feed. Barry McDermott was very fortunate to get away with that attempted arm there. Leigh looked to go down the short side. The referee got in the way. Kick comes in, one for Gaskell to chase. And Yango does a good job. His tackle, let him get up quickly. There's nobody behind him. There is now in Cardiff. Good tackling by Grundy. Now can Leigh force the error.
Coming off the field of play at number 10.
Looking to try and force the error now. They've got Widnes under the cosh. McDermott gets over his own quarter line before he stopped. Good defence by substitute Chris Hill. Basic knocked on but got away with it. No way through for Allen. Stopped on the 30-metre mark by Glassy. Charged down and picked up by Kirkpatrick, and the tackle is made by Rowley. There will be 6 more for the Vikings, but they're inside their own quarter. Here comes Marsh, and good defence again by Grundy and Taylor. Leigh really got the bit between the teeth now as Cassidy scoots away, only runs into Halliwell though. Touch judge on this near side. Everybody looks bemused. Widnes were in possession of the football.
Substitution for the Leigh Centurions.
Danny Halliwell is called out.
Ricky Bybee being replaced. Number 17 sponsored by JR's Taxi.
The Widnes' third penalty of the afternoon. Use of the elbow in the tackle, says the match official. We'll watch this touch judge's interpretation when Leigh are in possession of the football. He certainly missed the McDermott one. Now O'Connor drives it forward. No way past Chris Hill. Playing for the penalty. Besic to McDermott. Offers to dummy. Gets it back to Besic. Grundy makes the tackle. Coyle now behind the play the ball. Lands it on to Marsh. Rowley makes the tackle. Glass is in on the stop as well. Cardiff now. Nowhere for Dodd to go. Leigh under pressure inside their own quarter now. Coyle looks to take them on. Glassy wraps him all up, man and ball on the last one. Comes up with the football. And then he's penalised. Well, Mr. Taberner tattle. Home supporters not happy with that decision. Nanning will go for 2 points here. Leigh will probably settle for 2 points rather than 6, but unhappy with that decision. Bang in front for McNannim. Shouldn't have any problems with this one. Centurions lead by 6 points to 2 at the moment. Just 19 minutes on the watch. Nanning from bang in front. Taking a long time over such a simple kick. But makes no mistake in the end. Vikings get their second penalty of the afternoon, courtesy of match official Peter Taberner. The Centurions still in front. They lead by 6 points to 4. 19.5 minutes on the watch. So Julian O'Neill back on halfway. Almost claim off the arm of Coyle. O'Connor takes it over his own quarter line before he's greeted by the Leigh reception committee. McDermott again, solid tackling low down by James Taylor. Cassidy out, finds Nanning. He brushes off Halliwell, offloads to Cassidy as well. Grundy makes the tackle. Along with Moore. Bezic now just inside the Leigh half of the field. Coyle now, inside ball. Good offload to Cardis. Now with Coyle, inside ball. Nowhere for Dodd to go again. Leigh scrambling defence was efficient on that occasion. Not slow to rise. Connor drives it in. Stop short of the Leigh quarter line. All the pressure from Widnes at the moment. High one comes in. Griggs does well to take that one. Then he took knees in the back. Match official doesn't want to know. What are you doing, Mr. Taberner? The player's down injured. Finally he stops the clock while Griggs receives treatment. No, he doesn't want. He wants play to continue. The player is prostrate on the ground. Come on, Mr. Taberner, show a little concern. He stopped the clock again. I think he's forgotten he's already stopped it. Use of the knee, says the Leigh, says Dean Gaskell. Mr. Taberner doesn't want to know. He's still prostrate on the ground, is the Leigh fullback Scott Griggs. He hasn't moved yet. I think Mr. Taberner still wants play to continue. Mr. Taberner returns to his position, has a friendly chat with the Widnes skipper Terry O'Connor. Takes a drink of water from the Widnes water carrier as well. Does he want a black shirt and all? And Scott Griggs has still not moved. This doesn't look too clever for the Centurions fullback. Where was the touch judge on the near side on that occasion? Nowhere to be seen. Griggs is going to have to be substituted. Stretcher being called for. Well, he cut the tape a little on that occasion due to the long injury to Scott Griggs, who now leaves the field on a stretcher, unfortunately, accompanied by the doctor and 5 ambulance men. Leigh will be forced to play the ball 10 metres from their own line. A great round of applause, and it must be said from both sets of supporters. Widnes supporters responded as well. Griggs puts his thumbs up to the supporters. He's got a brace on. His neck, his legs strapped. Now James Taylor looks to clear his line. Gary Sykes has come on. But onto the wing, I think Ian Gaskell has gone to full-back. Leigh now just clearing their own quarter line. So Leigh in centre field. 28.5 minutes on my watch gone. Inside ball to Taylor. That was a clash of heads almost there with Mark Smith. And it's charged down the head and ball to the Centurions. Well, he can't say that he didn't play that. Oh, goodness gracious, Mr. Taberner. He threw himself at the football. Well, Mr. Taberner, why he had to consult his touch judge for that decision. Leigh feed the ball. Gaskell now, operating at fullback. Takes it up centre field. Brought to ground by Allen. Rowley launches Glassy. Glassy shrugs 2 off, still going. Damien Reid having all sorts of trouble getting ground. And now it's a penalty for the Centurions. That's only Leigh's second penalty of the match. Harry Meyer takes it quickly, finds touch on the Vikings quarter line. Now can Leigh capitalise on this position? Harry Meyer now onto Hill. Hill stopped 15 metres out. O'Neill hands it on to Halliwell. That's why, you know. Halliwell asks what's going on. He's given a knock on against Leigh. So the head and feed to the Vikings 10 metres out. Coyle appeared to have fumbled that at the base of the scrum and gets away with it. Hands it on to Onyongo. Finishes up in the hands of Bessick. He doesn't know where he's going. He's looking to offload, but no one on the Viking side wants the football. Cassidy now. Great tackling Taylor once more. How many times do we say that in the match? McDermott, he's the public enemy number 1. Gets a great offload though to Smith. It's now with Coyle. They've worked the overlap on the far side. It's with substitute Reid. Nowhere for Fitzpatrick to go. He's still trying though. Greenwood has him. Vikings are up to the Leigh 30. Coyle now. Takes it on himself, runs into Hill. Marsh now.
Substitution for the Widnes Vikings, number 14, Aaron Summers, replacing number 10, Barry
comes in, well picked up by Gaskell. Gaskell looks to clear his line, runs into Summers. Hill now takes it forward. Again, they're trying to slow Leigh down a little at the moment. Marsh now, beg your pardon, Moore. Moore makes good yardage. Trying to pull him apart, I think. Trying to make a wish with him. So Leigh 10 metres short of halfway. O'Neill now finds Halliwell, who puts the kick in for Sykes to chase. Onyongo has it. Sykes has Onyongo. Cardis now. Also the first tackler, who was Rowley. Onyango will have a go. Great tackle, Taylor once more. Well, that's a mile forward to O'Connor. Butchers didn't see that one. Summers now takes it up. Good defence by Rowley and Taylor once more. Last tattle now. Back to Coyle for the kick. No, he hands it on to Smith, who puts boot to ball. Greenwood plays it with his foot. Takes the tattle on his own quarter. Moore goes off for the Centurions. No way through for Gaskell. Greenwood again, no way through. A great offload though. Now Taylor will straighten it up. That was high by O'Connor, nothing said. Mr. Taberner's losing it. Bybee now.
Substitution for the Leeds Centurions, number 17, Richard Moore. Being replaced by number 8, sponsored by DJ's Nightclub, Ricky Bybee.
He gets it in the end. Then he's interfered with. Getting away with everything at the play of the ball. Harry Meyer now puts in a high kick. Ball bounces. Well, it's not by picked up by Cardis. The fullback comes to the rescue. Onyango now. It's away from Halliwell. And Taylor misses one. Nannin now. Doesn't get past the first tackler of his hill. Bezic now to O'Connor. And just trundle it forward all afternoon. Harry Myers in on the stop. Bezic goes alone on the last tattle now. Throws it back. Did he knock on? Referee says no. Where were the match officials? Sykes will bring it straight back.
Vikings, number 15, Danny Heaton.
Well, he's getting away with one or two incidents here. Match officials are nowhere to be seen. Gaskell now taking them on. It's a great ball out to Hill. Hill stopped a couple of metres short of halfway. Taylor now. Taylor takes it back inside. Takes the tattle from Bezic and Marsh. Rolling out to O'Connor. Bybee's all wrapped up. Rolling out on to Harry Meyer. Harry Meyer takes them on again. Also a tackle from Allen, but Leigh get a penalty for offside. Leigh not interested in two. O'Neill finds touch 15 metres out. Now can the Centurions turn this position into point? Blassett charges forward. Takes three to stop him, a couple of metres short. Harry Meyer now. It's a little high. All okay, says the match official. Hill. Hill is in. Chris Hill's gone through for Leigh's second try of the afternoon. He would not be denied. Leigh have come up with the points. It's a vital time of the match. Chris Hill. Leigh's second try. Vikings have not crossed the Leigh whitewash yet. 10 points to 4 the advantage. O'Neill with a conversion to follow. Home supporters very happy with this situation now. Just 3 minutes of normal time to the break, but there'll be probably 3 or even 4 minutes extra for the injury to Griggs. So O'Neill lines up the conversion. O'Neill makes no mistake. The Centurions now lead the Vikings by 12 points to 4. 2.5 minutes of normal time to the break.
Sponsored by BMW's Eyes, Julian O'Neill.
For all their pressure, the Vikings failed to crack the lead defence, which has been superb once again. Ran in with the restart back on halfway.
These men don't want no.
Nannin keeps it low this time. Sets up nicely for the Centurions. And they get anything else before the break. Heaton's all over Tommy Grundy. And he seemed to go high on Gaskell. Now he's all over him again, and finally the referee gives a penalty. He makes the penalty count 4 each. As Leigh elect to run it. Cassidy makes the tackle on Rowley. O'Neill now, onto Hill. Hill almost makes the break again. Rowley scoots away from acting halfback. Offloads as well to O'Neill. To Harry Meyer. Harry Meyer takes them on. Stop 10 metres inside enemy territory. Glassy to Bybee. Bybee stopped 32 metres out. Rowley now under Harry Meyer. Harry Meyer puts boot to ball. It's a foot race. Beats everybody. Finds touch. And Widnes Vikings will feed the scrum 10 metres from their own try line. Leigh trying to apply the pressure now. Inside the last minute of normal time, and then we'll be in the hands of the two-time keepers.
15, Chris Hill being replaced by number 10, sponsored by Andy the Entertainers, Warren Stevens.
Good defence by Halliwell and Gaskell. O'Neill trundles it forward. Stevens comes in over the top to help Taylor out. Cassidy out. Stevens now. Still going. And that's a high tackle on him. And Leigh will probably take the 2 from this position. Oh, they're running it. It's with O'Neill. On to Taylor. Good defence by Cassidy. Rowley dodging and weaving. Tries to get underneath Heaton's tackle. Halliwell now. On to Bybee. Bybee runs into space. Oh, brilliant man! It's a try for Adam Hughes in the corner. Leigh worked it well. Well, I thought Leigh had made a bit of an error in not taking the 2, but they've come up with the goods at the end, and after a vital try that could prove to be so close to the half-time interval. Centurions 16, Vikings 4, and the conversion to follow.
Adam Hughes.
Well, Adam Hughes will enjoy that one. Of course, he was a Widnes player last season. Now it's another former Widnes player, Julian O'Neill, to attempt the conversion. How vital that could prove for the Centurions. O'Neill, 2 from 2 so far in the match. Well, played over 2 minutes so far of injury time, or it could be at least another 2 minutes following the Griggs injury. May fails on this occasion. The Centurions hold a 12-point advantage. Centurions now lead the Vikings by 16 points to 4.
Watch the short one, Leigh.
So Nanning once more with the restart back on halfway. Well taken by Harry Meyer. He hands it on to Moore. Beg your pardon, it was Bybee. Cassidy makes the tackle again along with Heaton. Stevens now drives it forward. O'Neill's inside ball to Harry Meyer. Harry Meyer offers the dummy, not taken by Bezic. Rolling out Gaskell. Gaskell stopped 5 metres short of halfway. He's on the last tackle. Will Leigh run it? Kick comes in from Taylor. Well, was he in touch or not? Leigh claim he was, but the touch judge on this near side, and Leigh had been penalised for a spear tackle. Goodness gracious me. Well, the match officials are doing the Centurions no favours, not even 50-50, but the Centurions still lead by 12. No way through for Heaton. Leigh defenders will show out a tackle now. Summers takes it up. Grundy makes the tackle along with Stevens. Leigh don't want to concede before the break. Coyle now. Long ball to the centre Dodd. They're all over him like a rash. Oh, that was well forward again. And this time the match officials have seen it. Will have head and feed, 5 metres short of halfway. We've had 5 minutes of added time now in this first half, so we're getting close to half time. Gaskell can't escape the clutches of Nanning. Halliwell now. To a reception committee, again lifting of the legs by the Widnes players. Stevens takes them on. Good surge, good defence though by Mark Smith. Rolling out to Harry Meyer. Harry Meyer to Glassy. Did look a suspicious forward pass from Leigh, but no claims from the crowd on that occasion. Bybee now. Takes it up to the 30-metre mark. On the last tackle, can Leigh conjure anything? O'Neill puts boot to ball. Oh, that's one to test Cardiff. O'Neill comes up with it. Grundy makes the tackle. Marsh on the charge. By Harry Meyer. Through now for Kirkpatrick. Summers takes it up again. Well, the ball finds its way across there to Kirkpatrick. He throws the ball inside. The Widnes have lost about 20 yards on the movement. Coyle now finds Marsh. They've worked the overlap here though. It's with Nanning onto Onyongo. Well, he's still going. And great tackling back by Sykes in the end. On the last tackle. And it's dropped by Nanning. The line at his mercy. But Nanning drops the football. Victor goes for half-time in this LHF Health Club National League One fixture. It's a half-time scoreline of Leigh Centurions 16 points, Widnes Vikings 4. Please rejoin us after the break.
In the air for the Leigh Centurions.
Fred Parkinson, your match commentator Derek Nisley, welcome you back to the Coliseum at Hilton Park for this Good Friday LHF L-Plan National League One fixture. A reminder of the half-time scoreline: Leigh Centurions 16 points, Widnes Vikings 4. Leigh to kick off in this second half. Playing from right to left as we look at them. First half tries for the Centurions from Lee Greenwood, Chris Hill and Adam Hughes. Vikings yet to cross the whitewash with the football. McGannon, of course, did just before the break, but forgot to take it with him. So O'Neill with the restart. Coyle juggles with it, handed on to Eaton. Stevens greets him. They can Leigh score early in this second stanza. O'Neill makes the tackle. And again. Widnes coming forward with a bit of purpose now. Cardis can play the ball. Tattle 8 metres short of halfway. Coyle puts boot to ball. On for Greenwood to chase back. Knocked on by Cardis, picked up by Gaskell, Leigh's deputy fullback. Now Leigh in possession just outside their own quarter. Greenwood gets away in the end, gets away from two, still going. What a fine break by Greenwood. Takes play over halfway. That's got to be a penalty. In fact, that's really a professional foul. Cardis gets away with it. Leigh will go for points on the board. Great start for the second half by Lee Greenwood. And Julian O'Neill, 2 from 3 in the first half. Just 90 seconds on the watch so far.
Half-time draw numbers in first place 5604. Second place 6281, and in third place 4829.
Great conversations going on between Ricky Bybee and the match official Peter Tabernet. Julian O'Neill 40 metres out, banging from. His first attempt of the second period. Successful. They're on the score sheet early in the second half. Julian O'Neill's third goal. So the scoreline now at the Coliseum of Centurions 18 points, Vikings 4.
Once again, the half-time draw numbers in first place 5604, second place 6281, and third one drawn is 4829.
Nanning with the restart.
5604, 6281, 4829.
Meyer plays it with his feet, makes it his own, takes the tattle 10 metres from his own try line. Oh, Besic was quick out of the blocks then. Bybee now runs into Allen's tattle. Glassy takes it over the quarter line. That's better from the Centurions. O'Neill with the kick. Notice kindly for Widnes. Cardis picks it up low inside his own quarter. Great tackle. Superb tackle by Paul Rowley. On Yongo now. Leigh snuff him out on his own quarter. Nanning. Taylor makes the tackle. Besic to O'Connor. Great tackle in Taylor again. Cassidy Moves it on. Leigh's defence stops them on halfway on the last tattle. Cardis puts the boot to the ball in the end. Greenwood lets it bounce, collects it on his own quarter line. Well, he's lifted off the ground. Gaskell now skips away from one. Leigh in possession on their own 30. Greenwood goes down centre field again from acting half back. Rolling now. Finds Glassy. Glassy gets a great ball away. Hughes, that was a high tackle. Got to be a penalty against Dunn. Well, Mr. Taverner allowed Leigh the advantage there, which came to nothing. Went back to the high shot. Jeremiah makes 10 metres. Leigh will take that. Rowley will tap 30 metres out onto Jeremiah. Stevens. Good defence by Summers. Jeremiah now to Bybee. Great ball to Taylor. Don't think he was expecting it, but he took it at the second attempt. Leigh now up to the Vikings quarter. O'Neill inside to Grundy. Grundy dodges and weaves. Takes the tattle. Roll it. Stevens. Leigh want to quick play the ball, but they can't get it. Jeremiah now. Inside to Glassy. Glassy's in for the try. The try is given. 6 minutes into the second half. Terry Glassy gets Leigh's 4th try of the afternoon. Leigh are certainly running hot this afternoon.
The Centurions number 12, sponsored by Patkin Steel Erectors, Terry Glassy.
The scoreline now at the Coliseum of Centurions 22 points, Vikings 4. Terry Glassy gets his first try in this second half after 6 minutes. There'll be more goal kicking practice for Julian O'Neill. Julian O'Neill, 3 from 4 in the match. O'Neill makes no mistake. Goal number 4. Centurions in complete control now. They now lead the Vikings by 24 points to 4.
By BM Designs, Julian O'Neill. That makes the score at the Coliseum. The Leigh Centurions 24, Widnes Vikings 4.
O'Neill with the restart. Picked up by Jeremiah, handed on to Bybee. Smith makes the tackle. Leigh in possession 10 metres from their own line now. Looking for a way out. Rowley behind the play of the ball. Launches Stevens.
Today's attendance at the Coliseum is 3,761, which we thank you all for your support.
Bybee now. Takes 3 to stop him. Rowley scoots away from acting half-back again onto Jeremiah. Another high shot there coming in from Allen. Officials miss it once more. O'Neill, a towering kick. Well taken by Cardiff. He almost collided with Kirkpatrick there, and he's dropped the football. Leigh will have header ball at the scrum. First scrum of the second half. Terry O'Connor complains bitterly. Two changes straight away by Widnes. Dermott's come back up. Sorry, Maya now. To Gaskell. Gaskell tries to get round Marsh but can't. Taylor now. Good defence by Cassidy, but Leigh 15 metres out of game. Looking good. Here comes O'Neill. Inside to Harry Moyer. It's away from one. Stopped by numbers in the end. And he's trying to slow Leigh down.
Substitution for the Leeds again. Warren Stevens being replaced by number 17, sponsored by JR's Taxis. Richard
just short. Harry Moyer to take them on. Takes the tackle in the end. On the last one now, can Leigh conjure anything? Neil settles for the 1 point. Leigh looking to score every time they come down this end. 51 minutes on the watch. Julian O'Neill's drop goal increases the Leigh advantage to 21 points. They now lead the Vikings by 25 points to 4. One's got to admit, Widnes look a beaten team at the moment. So Moore now. Said to the player, it was the same player who did the high tackle on Hughes. They just want to get on with the game. And Widnes off. And it's Dodd again. Dodd has got 10 minutes in the bin. Oh, Gavin Dodd. So Leigh will take the tap. 10 metres inside the Widnes half of the field. Moore takes it up again, makes 10 metres. Now can Leigh make this extra man count? Grundy. Leigh within the Widnes 30 now.
Substitution for the Leeds is number 12, Terry Glassy, being replaced by number 15, sponsored by the Sportsman Club, and Chris Hill.
Up though by Nannin. Rowley in the short side. The Gaskell. In the short side again, the ball's inside, it's still all on. Speculatively by Sykes. James Taylor followed the kick. No one from the Vikings looked interested. Try number 5 for the Centurions. None for the Vikings. All supporters quite happy with this situation. Widnes Viking supporters who are rallying have nothing to shout about at the moment. Julian O'Neill to attempt the conversion. The Centurions lead by 29 points to 4. Well, certainly plenty of confidence in this Leigh side at the moment. talking to one another. Encouraging one another. Now O'Neill looks to add 2 more points to the total. He's wide on that occasion. Misses for a second time this afternoon. 25 and a half minutes remain at the Coliseum. Centurions lead by 25 points. They lead the Vikings 29 points to 4. Nannin with the kick-off game. Meyer makes it his all. Moore takes them on again. Rolling out, hands it on to Grundy. Grundy shrugs them off. And again. Cochrane's gone to Potts, I'm afraid, in this Widnes side. 2 markers there. Moore takes them on again. I think he threw a punch then at Allen in retaliation. Rowley scoots away now. Great by Harry Mayer. We are in the clear again. Great defence by Cardis. Clear up quickly. Rolling down the short side, puts boot to ball, and it's knocked dead by Nannin. A line drop out for the Vikings. They have really got the bit between the teeth now. Vikings under all sorts of pressure. Out on their feet at the moment for me, the Vikings. And he could pile on some points in this final 20 minutes. Nannin with the towering drop kick. Taken by Gaskell, and it's on to Bybit. Bybit scoots away from O'Connor as though he wasn't there. Rolling out, onto Grundy. Grundy takes the tackle, 25 metres out.
Leigh
Greenwood opened the scoring in the 12th minute for the Centurions. He gets him for his second try of the afternoon.
For example, match
It comes with 23 minutes still remaining at the Coliseum. Centurions 33, Vikings 4.
Example 10, match Greenwood to 888.
Home supporters are really reveling in this. Viking supporters are beginning to drift away. We're still over 20 minutes remaining. This is not what the Vikings were expecting.
Substitution for the Leigh Centurions, number 8, Ricky Bybee. Well done, Ricky, being replaced for his first run out this afternoon. Number 16, sponsored by Paul Whittle and Son, Garner Wilson.
Well, more goal kicking practice for O'Neill. Scott Brooks has returned to the side of the field on crutches. We're all pleased to see that he's up and about. O'Neill from this near touchline. O'Connell trying to lay the law down to his Viking players, but afraid their way out on this one. This time O'Neill makes no mistake from the touchline. Centurions 35, Vikings 4.
Sponsored by BM Designs, Julian O'Neill.
21 minutes remain at the Coliseum. Vikings, of course, still down to 12 men. Gavin Dodd is still in the sin bin. Variation in the kick at last. Sykes will bring it back. Total 15 metres from his own line. Now Dana Wilson just on, gets his first touch. O'Neill now. Hill steps inside, still going. Good play by the youngster once more. Greenwood now finds Grundy. Grundy stopped in centre field. Leigh want a quick play the ball. Rowley back to O'Neill. O'Neill puts boot to ball, looking for a 40-20. Knocked on by O'Neill. Leigh will have head and ball at the scrum. Widnes are really on the rack now. Head and feed to the Centurions, 20 metres out from the Vikings try line. O'Neill to feed the scrum. Jeremiah. He offers the dummy. Still going. Widnes ready to the blocks quickly there. Gaskell behind the play of the ball now. Shoots away from McDermott. Cassidy nails him though. Rowley offers the dummy. Gets it away to Gaskell now. Taylor looking for another one. Not Cassidy on the deck with that one. O'Neill to Wilson. Garner Wilson is in for Leigh's 7th try of the afternoon. And it's becoming a bit of a procession at the moment. Gone. Leigh beginning to pile on the agony for the Vikings.
My Paul Wickland's son, Garner Wilson.
Leigh have really put Vikings to the sword this afternoon, and one doesn't think they've finished yet. We've still got 18 minutes to go. Vikings have certainly not lived up to their reputation as co-favourites for promotion back to Super League. Centurions have lived up to their reputation. And Leigh supporters sing merrily. Viking supporters don't know what to do. Those that are still left, that is. Gets his 6th goal of the afternoon. Leigh hit the 40-point mark. Centurions now lead by 41 points to 4.
Try converted by lead number 6, sponsored by BM Designs, Julian O'Neill.
O'Neill once more with the restart. Taylor takes that. It's a real spring in the Leigh step now. Smith makes the tackle. Well, Grundy now, dodging and weaving, gets away again. Smith recovers to stop him though. Gaskell scoots away, almost makes the break. Rolling out behind the play of the ball. O'Neill punishes them with another kick, looking for a 40-20. And he gets it. Leigh will have head and feet at the scrum. Leigh are looking for more and more points.
Have a good cast straight to it. today, hasn't it?
So Leigh will have head and feed 10 metres out. Harry Meyer now finds Hughes. Hughes hands it on to O'Neill, and that's another eye tattle by Dodd, and he's just back on. Harry Meyer now to Hill. Hill takes them on. Rowley on to Wilson. Wilson stops short. Rowley, well, that's well intercepted by Dodd. Brilliantly stopped by O'Neill. Rowley finishes him off. Well, Touchers have given a knock on against Leigh. Widnes will have their first head and feed of the second half. So it's Durbin to feed. Marsh, not seen much of him this afternoon. Hands it on to Nanim, all the way to Onyongo. That looked a little high, and Leigh have penalised for a high tattle. And that's the first penalty Leigh have conceded in this second period. And we're 26 minutes in. Pesic now hands it on to McDermott. Hollywell makes the tattle. Cassidy now. Almost cut in half by that tackle from Taylor. Durbin now on to Smith, to Cardis. All wrapped up though by Harry Meyer. Allen gets the ball out in the tattle to Besic. Smith now gets it out to Durbin. Durbin on to Cassidy in the end. Can Leigh keep them at bay? They're on the last tattle. Durbin puts boot to ball. Everybody misses it. Leigh will take it back to the quarter line. The Leigh defensive line has held a game. Leigh want to get on with it quickly. Rolling out to Gaskell. Gaskell pushes one off. Moore now. Good yardage game by the substitute once more. Harry Meyer now hands it back to Rowley. Rowley gets it back to Chris Hill. Hill looks for the gap. Hill still going. Great run by Chris Hill. A storming run by Chris Hill. Home supporters rise to that. Rowley now finds O'Neill. Puts boot to ball. The chase is on. And Young goes. Shoots it dead. Line drop out. More pressure for the Vikings. The Vikings are very, very slow in getting back. There's still 12 minutes to put up with. Nanning gets good distance on the kick. Glassy hands it on now to Dana Wilson. Wilson takes it back, stopped 25 metres out. Rowley goes left now to Harry Meyer, inside to Moore. Moore juggles with it. Gets it back to Harry Meyer. Can't get away from two tacklers though. Durbin finally gets him to the floor. Rolling out to Gaskell. Oh, McDermott was high, another eye tackle. And McDermott goes to apologise. Oh, it's all right saying sorry. No words spoken again. Well, Dean Gaskell certainly felt that. Will Leigh go for 2 points? The referee finally stops the clock while Gaskell receives treatment.
Just to let you know on the new tech service, Tommy Grundy, number 3, is currently leading the way on today's new man of the match tech service.
Will Leigh run it? Moore now.
Terry Massey, number 12.
Roll it onto Hill. Takes 3 to stop Hill. Leigh just a couple of metres out. Jeremiah to Wilson. High again by Allen this time. He can't tackle below the neck, I don't think, Widnes. And it's try time for Richard Moore. Leigh have got over for try number 8. Richard Moore finds the way through this time. And Leigh are really running riot against the Vikings. 45 points to 4.
Richard Moore!
This is a real drubbing for the Vikings. 2 weeks ago they were beating Castleford in the cup. Today they've been taken to the cleaners by a rampant Centurion. Dean Gaskell still receiving treatment to his mouth in that McDermott high tackle. Well, at this rate, there won't be a Viking supporter left at the final whistle. They're going off in their droves. So Julian O'Neill, yet more goal-kicking practice. Goals and a drop goal to his credit this afternoon. Make that 7. And the Centurion now lead by 47 points to 4. And we've still got 8 minutes remaining.
Try conversion by lead number 6, sponsored by VM Designs, Julian O'Neill.
Well, they have a tough encounter in 3 days' time on Easter Monday.
A big thank you to our main match sponsor, Keg Roach, who have chosen their man of the match. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands in the air and congratulate Leeds number 9, AWT, Paul Rowley, today's man of the match.
Rowley gets to McDermott. Now, can the Vikings get their first try of the afternoon? No way through for Cassidy. Terrible ball to nobody. It's gone 15 yards back. Durbin picks it up, hands it inside to Dodd. He's dumped unceremoniously by Hughes. So the Vikings 30 metres out, driven in by Heaton. Beswick now finds Smith. Long ball to Marsh, all the way across to Cardis. Leigh
Once
won't
again,
want to
today's
concede
man of the match,
a
sponsored by
try.
Keg Watches, Leeds number 9, sponsored by AWT.
Nannin tries the charge, and Leigh get the first turnover of the match. And once again, they've stopped the Vikings from crossing the whitewash. Taylor, another eye shot on Taylor. Great run by Glassett, stopped by McDermott. Moore now takes it up to the quarter line. Man of the match rolling out, passes it back to O'Neill. O'Neill hands it on, the kick comes in the end. A towering kick to turn round fullback Cardis. Cardis has played it, Rowley's the first man there. And makes a great tackle. Onyongo now. Only makes a couple of metres. Cassidy's not yet back in the line. Marsh now. Swings it out to Durbin, all the way across to Dodd. Defence by Greenwood. O'Connor runs at Hill. Doesn't pass him though. Leigh's defence has been so solid this afternoon. Marsh now. Inside ball. Well, it bounced off a Leigh player, whether he had a chance to get it or not. The referees wiped the slate clean. Marsh now. Good Leigh defence again. In the short side to Onyongo, who's bundled into touch brilliantly. Leigh's line has held a game. Rowley with the man of the match and a superb tackle on that occasion. So the scrum will go down on the Leigh quarter line. Head and feed to the Centurions. Well, the scrum's an absolute shambles. Widnes won't be concerned, they'll just want to kill time. Leigh come up with the football now. Harry Meyer gets away from Dodd again. A high shot this time by Kirkpatrick. They're all at it. Harry Meyer can't get up. Referee's not interested again. Another Leigh player down injured. Referee wants him to move over. Hughes play the ball. That's high again by Kirkpatrick. And at last the referee gives something to the Centurions. This has been an absolute disgraceful bout of high tackling by the Vikings. Leigh won't be deterred though. Rolling out with a quick tap onto Moore. Moore takes them on again. He can't handle Richard Moore at all. Takes play into the Vikings quarter once again. Harry Meyer still down receiving treatment. Wilson scoops it up. And the best of passes there. So rolling now. O'Neill to Glassy. Glassy straightens the movement up. No one on the inside on that occasion. Hughes takes them on. Hughes' second try of the afternoon, and Leigh are running riot here. Leigh hit the 50-point mark with just 2 minutes remaining.
Starting Leigh Centurions number 4, sponsored by Lisa and Hughes.
Still receiving treatment in back play. Leigh will be just want to get him off the field with only 2 minutes remaining. Harry Meyer does leave the field of play. Down to 12 at the moment. O'Neill with the conversion attempt once again. successful for the 8th time this afternoon. Well, the scoreline is now Centurions 53 points, Widnes 4.
By number 6, sponsored by BM Designs, Julian O'Neill.
There's only 30 seconds of normal time remaining. This will be the good news for the Vikings.
Julian O'Neill and Tommy Grundy is tying on the new tech service. You could be the first person in Leeds to wear the new away replica shirt.
Short kick again from Nanim. Cassidy comes up with it. Rowley makes the tackle. Leigh will be determined now not to concede a try. Great tackle in Stevens. O'Connor now finds his way to Dodd. Great defence. We're in added time. Mark Smith now gets it to Bezic. Well, surely the Vikings must score, but they don't. Who to goal? It's all over. The Centurions have won by 53 points to 4. Leigh scored 9 tries, 2 each for Lee Greenwood and Adam Hughes, 1 each for Chris Hill, Terry Glassett, James Taylor, Dana Wilson and Richard Moore. 8 goals and a drop goal from Julian O'Neill. Vikings points coming from 2 McNannon penalties in the first half. So on behalf of O'Connor and Fred Parkinson, well, match commentator Derek Dillon saying a final farewell from the Coliseum at Hilton Park. And a reminder of this afternoon's scoreline. It finished Leigh Centurions 53 points, Widnes Vikings 4.
It says Monday, but I'm pretty much sure it'll probably be Tuesday actually. I'll clarify that in the Big Martin bar later. Don't forget you can mingle with the squad later on in the